All right, there we go. We're good. All right, so I was saying good morning to Faye. All right, Faye and to all the other persons who are on the live. All righty, so heading into our next story.
Oui. Right. So, but wow, I almost said two different names that start with B and not this one. Bagga has made a significant step in conservation. Let's put it like that, right? So the Barrouallie whalers have volunteered to stop killing orcas, which are commonly known as killer whales here in SVG, and that was we got that statement from the SVG Environmental Fund, right? So the Environmental Fund said that for the past 10 years, it had been calling for a gradual shift towards whale watching instead of whale eating, right? And working hard in Barrouallie, where pilot whales have traditionally been caught, to create alternative livelihoods towards this goal. A press release from the chief whaler in Barrouallie, Mr. Samuel Hazelwood, said he wrote to the SVGEF, the Environment Fund, in December, stating that sensitive to the growing concern over the previous 10 plus years to the killing of orcas, Barrouallie whalers had decided to stop the hunt of the killer whale. All right. So the whalers presented that request to the Environmental Fund. Instead, to fund two fish aggregating devices, or FADs, which would facilitate the catching of tuna in exchange for them giving up the killer whale hunt. A meeting was held at the Fisheries Division that was facilitated by the Chief Fisheries Officer to discuss the stopping of the hunt. On January 16th, an agreement was signed between the four whalers of Barrouallie and the SVG Environment Fund to end the killer whale hunt in exchange for the investment in the two FADs. And so there you have it. The whalers have said they will no longer be killing the killer whales, the orcas, and they've even said, you know what, we was chilling and we saw some pass by, and we didn't kill them because of this new thing. We just watched them. We didn't kill them. We left them, right? Now, according to Google, I'm going to tell you some of the importance of the killer whale. So they said that the killer whale helps to control the population of other marine animals. So it helps to maintain balance in the ocean. It helps to kill other animals, including things like shark. Right? It helps to promote biodiversity. It helps to control population of species like seals. And they indirectly protect kelp forests and other habitats. So they help to maintain balance, they help to promote that biodiversity, they help to protect habitats, and they help in nutrient distribution as well. They also have some other cultural importance, but we're just looking at those for now. So big up to Bagga. The whalers have said we listened, and we've decided that we ain't gonna do that no more.
All right. So I would have to give them commendations. I suppose this is one of those things where maybe social media and the pressures in terms of the comments that many persons expressed on social media may have contributed to them changing this. And this would have been a tradition, I suppose, in a sense, for persons within Barrouallie. And they have since chosen they have volunteered. And I love the fact that they have volunteered, but the volunteerism may have come from advocacy from other persons, but nonetheless, right? They did not say, okay, well, listen, we're going to continue to do what we want. Anyways, they listened to persons, and I'm happy to see that they did this, right? What it is I can also appreciate is that they said, so in exchange, instead of hunting the killer whales, they want to be able to be given devices so that they can hunt for tuna instead. Mm-hmm. So commendations to the persons there in Barrouallie. And one of the things is that it says that so killer whales or orcas are on the endangered species list, right? So it's estimated that there are about 50,000 killer whales left globally. Now, approximately 2,500 killer whales live in the North Pacific Ocean, but they are found within the different seas and different oceans, all right? So commendations to the folks at Barrouallie. I really and truly should have had that applause effects lined up, but unfortunately, you're gonna have to take this. All right, but commendations to you guys there. Now, this does not mean, and I think many persons are thinking that killer whales means that they're no longer going to get blackfish. Blackfish is something completely different. That is porpoise, all right? So you are going to still it's pilot whale, the pilot whale, right? Means that you are still going to access your blackfish, but it's just that orcas, persons are no longer going to
the menu.
Yeah, they're no longer going to be hunting that, and it's commendations. It's commendations to them. So, right, just bigging them up there with that particular story.
It's one step for mankind and one giant leap for fish kind.
Oh, we're not saying humanity is fish kind. All right. So before we head on out of this particular segment, we just want to also let persons know, interested me as well, that when you go into these things and then they disappear, hold up, I'm coming. So there was a enhanced customer service training that happened at the police for police officers. What was it? It was the 11th was yesterday. All right, let's take this call and then we could go back. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, wow. Hear that voice, man. Wow. Talk to me, girl. Talk to me.
Sir.
Really?
That was not me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I know it's not. I know it's not you, but it was AI. The voice sounds so. What you call? I say AI.
Yes.
Anyhow, lovely. I hear you guys having a good morning. But I just wanted to say something on this whole whaling business, I hear Roleza talking about commendations. We have been a people, according to our history and those of us who know our history, being exploited, and I was going to use a word, but it's not airworthy. That we are just willing to give up everything. I mean,
Let me leave him for a second. I'm going to leave you for a second and then I'm going to come in. Go ahead, Dave.
But come on. I am, I say it as I see it or how I feel about certain things. Yeah. Up to now, we still can't. Why they don't tell Japan, Japan, I could still spell, boy. Why they don't tell Japan, stop the whaling, stop doing what they're doing? Well, yeah, we are a little tiny speck. You can't even see us on some of the map in the world. You don't know if we exist. But with technology now, yes, I believe they might hear about us. But anyhow, those people who catch in the whale and all of that, I have a lot to say on that, I have a lot to say on these things. We just allow ourselves to be misguided or guided, however you take it. We just give up all what our rights are without questioning or putting up any fight. Come on, man. I just wanted to say that little piece so you know how I feel about all this talk, and I hear you saying commendation.
But Dave, if these are on the endangered species list, right? Why should we continue our part in causing them to become extinct? Mm-hmm. If we know better as a small nation, why can't we do better as a small nation? And it's not a case of there was internet. But I don't
taking advantage of us.
How is that taking advantage if you know better? If we know better,
the entire world we live in is advantage if you look carefully. But as Roleza is saying, this is a species that is about to be extinct because it is endangered, and there are many animals that have gone extinct because of we the human beings, because we kept killing them either to eat them or for fun or just to make some extra money. So if the people have decided, you know what, it's endangered, let's take it. What is wrong with taking such a step? The whalers of Barrouallie.
No.
And then I think don't confuse it with the traditional whaling that happens in Bagga as well, because I think that we are still allowed a particular quota, and that is a different type of whale That's the humpback whale, I think. So we can still continue with that one, but it's the orcas that we're not killing.
We lack knowledge of a lot of things in our own country. We don't even know where we come from, where we're going, because all of that is.
But we do know the changes that we're trying to make, right?
You what?
But we do know the changes that we're trying to make.
Yeah,
we don't know where we're going, we know where we come from, but we do know the changes that we're trying to make.
Are the changes benefiting us? Is it our economic and whatever development?
But the things we have now, are they benefiting us?
What? Like, what do you mean?
Well, I don't know, like, what you mean. Well, you be specific too. You're talking about it. You're asking if the changes are benefiting us. So I'm asking if the things that we have in place now are benefiting us, and or at least to what extent.
No. When I say specific, we're dealing with whale and whatever other animals.
So,
how much does St. Vincent and the Grenadines affect the what they call it, international whale and something? I can't remember the name offhand right now. Right? How much is little St. Vincent and the Grenadines affecting these people? You see, I love sometimes whether you want to refer to
so Dave, Dave, you are a traditionalist just for the sake of being a traditionalist, regardless of what the implications might be.
Don't come with that.
Asking is a question.
Yes, no. I am who I am, and when you're dealing with a particular issue, we must focus on it and see who can bring out the facts where all of this is concerned.
Correct.
We must be able to discuss, debate, and
But that's what we're doing now. We're debating. So I'm asking you. So you're saying. It could be viewed as a traditional practice for those persons in Barrouallie. And why is it that they succumb to international pressure, even local pressure, whichever pressure? So this is why I'm asking the question. Are you a traditionalist just for the sake of being a traditionalist? Or can we have new things? If we see what the implications of continuing certain traditions are, can we make a change and can we stop?
We can't make no change. We're too small. We can't make no change. But we can also no longer contribute, right? So we contribute. So we are contributing to not having these species become extinct. That's us making our part, doing our part. Come on. How much whales? I would like you to do some research. Tell me, how many whales do we kill every year? Tell me. Over the years and so on, how many? What is the most? Or what is the biggest, highest, or what number of whales that we have killed over the years, whether annually or what, to affect?
Dave, the point is that we are no longer going to contribute to it.
Who we?
You as a Vincent.
But we had other whale, Dave. We had the humpback whale in back and we had the pilot whale. And not enough whale to eat. We need another whale.
No, I don't. I am not. It's not a matter about eating. I'm looking at how sometimes. Well, it's happened since we were colonized and whatever. I'm looking at the history of all of this. I ain't just come. I ain't want to be caught up with. Some people just come and hot and sweaty and want us to do what they feel is the best for us. We have a brain. We got brains. We can speak out against these things. Otherwise, we're taking advantage of all the time. We have to depend on foreign aid, handout and all.
And maybe that is also exactly why it is that they have stopped as well, because they realize that international attention has been placed on this particular quote-unquote tradition.
All right.
Right?
I see you're convinced. I can't convince you. So run away with you all what you're convinced by.
You stand in your ground, I stand in mine, so we good. All right. Take care, Dave. All right. Bye-bye. All right. So let's take one final call before we head on out of this segment. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, my lady.
Good morning.
Yes, it's good to save a species and because around the world they say that certain species exempting from creation, and they got to find a way to breed them back, like our parrots and all this kind of thing. But everybody had their own opinion. But you know why we see with some people that they always talk about poverty and looking to grab everything. That's how I see with some people. Because they tell themselves that Siblings is a hungry place and if you think from this and people go hungry and all kind of thing. But we could do better than that. Man should not live by bread alone. And I find that Vincent, we've been seen. Not really all of us, but I find that people really have poverty and all this kind of thing, especially when they're playing politics and all this kind of thing. So therefore we can do better. So not take no chance to do this and not take the chance to do that. But we clean up the environment and we live in a world, we live by bread alone, and we had to know when we had to know how we live by God's health and strength, and God will always provide for me. And we live in a good country, good atmosphere and everything. I appreciate that. Have a good day.
All right, thanks, caller. All right. So some persons may think we've given into international pressure. Some persons may think that we are doing the right thing. Which side do you fall? All right. So one last call before we head on out. Hi, caller. Morning.
Hi. This is one of the very, very rare occasions on which I agree with Dave. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, I say we because I'm a Vincentian. We do not hunt whales for sport. In Bermuda, sometimes I cry when I see fishermen land a fish that weighs over 1,000 pounds. They're trophy hunters. And Dave, I know this will come as a shock to you, but this is one of the very few times that I agree with you. Have a great day.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Joshua. All right, so we're no longer going to be debating that. Whichever side you fall on, you fall on. But that is the position that the Whalers in Barrouallie have taken. And as a result, we are to respect it. All right, so time here in SVG, it is 8:31, and we are going to head on out of this segment and be back with more Activated Morning for today.